She was not merely a character in myths, but a living presence, actively worshipped, constantly invoked, always there watching over the city that bore her name. Legacy and closing. The eternal light of wisdom. As our long tale draws to a gentle close, we find ourselves reflecting on the extraordinary reach of Athena's influence, not merely in the ancient world, but extending through centuries and across cultures, down to our own time. The goddess who sprang from Zeus's head, who gave Athens its name and its character, who guided heroes and protected cities, has never truly left us. Her presence echoes still in our language, our symbols, our ideals. The ancient Romans, when they encountered Greek culture, recognized Athena in their own goddess Minerva. Though Minerva had her own origins in Italic religion, the Romans enriched her cult with Greek attributes, making her virtually identical to Athena. The great temple of Minerva on Rome's Capitoline Hill stood as the Roman counterpart to Athens' Parthenon, honoring wisdom, war, and crafts in the heart of a different empire. When the Olympic gods faded from active worship, as Christianity spread through the Mediterranean world and eventually through Europe, the classical deities did not simply vanish. They transformed, found new roles, persisted in altered forms. Some of Athena's attributes were transferred to the Virgin Mary, who began to be depicted in art wearing armor, carrying a spear, protecting cities. Medieval legend sometimes called Mary Our Lady of Victory, an epithet that echoed Athena-Nike. Athena herself returned during the Renaissance, when scholars and artists rediscovered classical learning and sought to revive ancient Greek and Roman culture. Renaissance paintings and sculptures frequently depicted Athena, now primarily by her Roman name Minerva, as a symbol of wisdom and learning. Universities and libraries adopted her image, seeing in the goddess a perfect emblem for intellectual pursuit. In more recent centuries, Athena has appeared on the flags and seals of numerous organizations and nations, always representing similar ideals: wisdom, strategic thinking, cultural achievement, civic virtue. The owl, Athena's sacred bird, became nearly universal as a symbol of education and scholarship. Even today, in the 21st century, schools around the world use the owl as their mascot, often without consciously recognizing that they are perpetuating a symbol that originated with Athena over 2,000 years ago. The olive branch, too, has transcended its specific connection to Athena to become a universal symbol of peace. When we speak of offering an olive branch to someone, when we see olive branches on flags and emblems of international organizations, we are participating in a symbolic language that Athena herself established when she planted that first olive tree on the Acropolis. In the realm of astronomy, Athena lives on quite literally. The asteroid 2 Pallas was named for her, one of the largest objects in the asteroid belt. While the asteroid orbits silently through space, its name connects the cosmos to ancient myth, suggests that even the heavens bear marks of humanity's oldest stories. Modern Athens, the capital of Greece, maintains living connections to its patron goddess. The Acropolis, restored though not rebuilt after damage from centuries of war and weather, stands as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, drawing millions of visitors each year who come to see the Parthenon, the Erechtheion, the Temple of Athena-Nike. These buildings, though now only ruins of their former glory, still inspire awe, still speak to the power of the goddess they were built to honor. The sacred olive tree, or rather its descendant, still grows on the Acropolis in the courtyard of the Erechtheion. This tree, replanted so many times after so many destructions, represents something extraordinary. A living link to the mythological past, a reminder that even across millennia, some connections endure. In modern popular culture, Athena appears regularly in literature, television, film, and games. Sometimes she is portrayed faithfully to her ancient character, sometimes reimagined for contemporary audiences. But whether she appears as the wise mentor of heroes or as a more complex, morally ambiguous figure, the core attributes remain recognizable: intelligence, strategic thinking, martial skill, protection of civilization. Young people today encounter Athena in mythology books, in fantasy novels that draw on classical sources, in movies that bring ancient gods to life with modern special effects. Each new generation rediscovers the goddess, finds something compelling in her particular combination of traits, sees in her a model for how strength and wisdom might coexist. For modern pagans and polytheists who have revived worship of the Greek gods, Athena holds an important place. Some worship her as a patron of students and scholars, calling on her aid during examinations or research. Others honor her as a goddess of strategic planning, of activism, of clear thinking in complex situations. Still others connect to her virginal aspect, seeing in her an embodiment of self-sufficiency and independence from traditional gender roles. But even beyond explicit worship or conscious invocation, Athena's influence persists in how Western culture thinks about wisdom itself. The idea that true wisdom involves both thought and action, both understanding and application, both learning and doing, this synthesis that Athena embodied, shapes educational philosophy and self-improvement literature. When we speak of strategic thinking, of choosing our battles wisely, of using intelligence rather than brute force to solve problems, we are echoing principles that the ancient Greeks associated with their bright-eyed goddess. The myths we have explored tonight, from Athena's miraculous birth to her contest with Poseidon, from her guidance of heroes to her punishment of Arachne, from her role in the Trojan War to her festivals and worship, all these stories continue to resonate because they speak to something essential in human experience. They tell us that wisdom is valuable, that strategic thinking can overcome physical disadvantages, that civilization requires constant defense, that skill and craft deserve honor, that pride has limits, that even great power must be exercised with judgment. And so, as the night deepens around us, as your breathing slows and your mind begins to drift toward sleep, you can rest knowing that Athena's light has not dimmed, that the wisdom she represented continues to illuminate the world, that the olive tree she planted still bears fruit. The goddess who never sleeps, who watches over cities through the dark hours, who sees with owl's eyes in the deepest night, she watches still, not as a being to fear but as a presence to comfort, a reminder that intelligence and civilization persist, that knowledge is passed down through generations, that the best of what humans can achieve is worth preserving and defending. Let her example inspire your dreams tonight, dreams of ancient temples and olive groves, of clear strategic thinking and brave action, of weaving beautiful things and standing firm against chaos. Let the sound of the waves on the Aegean shore lull you deeper into rest. Let the rustle of olive leaves in the Mediterranean breeze calm your thoughts. Let the gentle hoot of an owl in the distance remind you that wisdom watches through the night. Sleep now, and know that in the morning, Athena's gifts will still be there. Wisdom to be learned, skills to be practiced, challenges to be met with intelligence and courage. The stories remain, the symbols endure. The light of wisdom continues to shine across the centuries, from ancient Athens to your own time, a steady flame that no darkness can extinguish. And if you have found value in this journey through Athena's story, if these ancient tales have brought you peace or insight, or simply a pleasant path towards sleep, remember to return. There are many more stories to tell, many more gods and heroes whose tales deserve to be heard in this gentle twilight manner. Perhaps you might consider subscribing to our channel, sharing these stories with others who seek the calm wisdom of ancient myths delivered in a sleep-friendly way. But for now, for tonight, this is enough. The story of Athena, goddess of wisdom, patron of heroes, protector of cities, has been told. Let it settle into your mind like olive oil into wool, like starlight on water, like the soft closing of temple doors at the day's end. Sleep well, rest peacefully, and may Athena's wisdom watch over your dreams.